In the 1930s, hundreds of men were hired to dig the Gauley Bridge Tunnel in West Virginia. They, too, were ignorant of the risks they ran. Desperate for jobs during the Depression, they worked with virtually no protection in a tunnel thick with silica dust. 476 men died here from silicosis.
My name is Walter Kincaid. I worked in the tunnel 4 or 5 weeks. Every day I hear of someone dying with silicosis. This blood silica is a cover of the
It is a very good building material. There's no question about it. The only problem is now we've discovered that it kills people. 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 Discovered that it kills people.
There's not too many things you can count on in life, but gravity is one of them. When you lose your balance and fall, that's gravity at work. Over the past 10 years, more than 90,000 workers have fallen from heights on the job in British Columbia. Falls from high elevations result in more serious injuries than other types of industrial accidents. Often workers suffer broken bones, spinal injuries, and paralysis.
Use plan, use your side to enable employers and employees to recognize the full fucking hazard of this job. The purpose was our cause. Go to the nurse for the
Five days later, on January 22nd, an air monitor alarm inside the building alerted personnel of the release. Approximately 2,000 pounds of methyl chloride had escaped.
When the rupture disc burst, an alarm was triggered. But our investigation found that due to a history of false alarms, operators came to view this alarm as a nuisance that could safely be ignored.
The definition of a hazardous chemical, and the standard is not very broad. The standard is a requirement to set up chemicals. However, collection of analysis are currently available.
A multimeter and was using a multimeter, and we feel like that maybe he was trying to check the fuses to see if he had a blown fuse.
He thought he was on 600 volt, had a 600 volt meter, put it across phases of a 2300 volt system.
Even though it was marked all over it, and there were all kinds of indicators using a 2300 volt panel, he didn't recognize it.
You can't check 2300 volts with a 1000 volt meter.
As he attempted to do that, whatever he did inside this box created an arc with an explosion. And as the explosion, or as the starter exploded, of course a ball of fire came out into Eddie's face. We found Eddie's hard hat here on the floor, along with his multimeter that had blown up. It had melted. We know that from the impact that Eddie was slammed into this cabinet here. We also found evidence of some tissue and some hair on this panel itself.
Obviously to blame was Union Carbide Corporation, the American company that owned and ran the plant.
We've organized a technical team which is being dispatched.
The facility was operating below the safety standards found in its sister plant in West Virginia, although Union Carbide argued that the accident was caused by sabotage rather than shoddy equipment. Individuals received 25,000 rupees, the equivalent of about $400 US.